Hey, it's Ross Payton with Role Playing Public Radio. We're playing Fate Condensed today. This is a one-shot set in the Fallout universe, Fallout New Vegas to be precise. It's called Radioactive Dreams because I am ripping off the title of a 1980s post-apocalyptic movie that is clearly an influence on Fallout. I'll just say that. Yeah, we have two players here tonight because I realized I haven't done like a specific adventure to emulate the structure of a buddy cop movie. So this is our first attempt to see what kind of shenanigans two players get up to when they're forced to be partners, even though they're opposites in some ways. They don't like each other, but yet they have to work together. Oh my God, who would have thought?
Which one of us is Paula Abdul and which one of us is the animated cat?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? So we have to resolve that. So yeah, we have David here tonight. David, well, we'll get to introduce your characters. We also have Chris here. Say hello, Chris. This is going to be set in Fallout New Vegas, in the city of New Vegas. We're going to say this takes place after the events of the game, and we're going to assume that the courier has taken over Fallout New Vegas independently, has kicked out the new California Republic and Caesar's Legion, and rules Las Vegas with a robot fist. He has an army of Securitrons, or they have an army of Securitrons. We're not going to specify who the courier is or what they've done other than take over Las Vegas or New Vegas. But yeah, as we begin, the adventure, we're watching a instructional video narrated by Yes Man, and Yes Man is welcome to the New Vegas rail yard. Before recent events, this was the new California Republic's base in the New Vegas area, Fort McCameron, which used to be an airport before the war. But our new Lord and Master, the Courier, has decided that this should be rail yard. We had a monorail to go from the fort to New Vegas, and so the courier's main program, since the area is stabilized and peaceful, more or less, is to expand trade by building rails to all the communities in the region, from Good Springs to Novak, and all the other major areas. So now it has become a rail yard where it's a regional shipping hub. And isn't that nice? And this is where a lot of recidivists are finding work and purpose, because there are a lot of people that, well, their crimes aren't bad enough to execute them, but we got to make them repay their debt to society. So this is where you come in. And so we in the little presentation, and we see Chris. Please describe your character.
Yeah. Let's see here. So his full name is Wilmot Kunkel, but he's known as Skrewloose. He's a burnout from the Kings. He's an ex-addict, ex-gang member, burnout, and he's actually going to try to do right and try to claw his way up from the bottom of society. And that's his high concept. His trouble is that, of course, if there's chems around, it's going to take a lot of self-control for him to not try to finagle some of them or whatever. And in that regard, he does rely on the positive presence of his parole officer, which is going to be his key relationship, as you might imagine, in this here buddy cop thingamajiggy we're giving a shot.
Oh yeah, what does Skrewloose look like?
What does he look like? Well, his hygiene leaves much to be desired, but his hair, as he was a former member of the Kings, his hair is still perfectly coiffured. It looks good from any angle, all angles. He does not dress as he did in the Kings. He understands that he cannot he cannot wear anything necessarily emblematic of his ignoble past. His hair doesn't look like Elvis, but man, it's as close as he can without it just being like a direct tribute. So, he wears dungarees and sneakers and whatever, just kind of a, general, the guy in the white t-shirts with the, pack of cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve, that greaser kind of thing, but without a leather jacket or anything like that. 5 o'clock shadow all the time. Cleft chin leads out, and he's just a burnout junkie trying to do right.
All right, what did he get picked up on? What is he on parole for? What crimes did he commit in New Vegas? Was it theft?
Let's see here. Chem running. He very simply, he had a huge crate and he was muling it across the desert, and the NCR got he ass, and throughout bureaucracy, he ended up in the custody of New Vegas police, where they're trying new things out. They're trying to be like, okay, how about you work for the police and kind of understand crime a little better and understand from that angle why you shouldn't freaking do your stuff.
Also, the Kings are not viewed nearly as harshly as the other gangs in the area. Like, I don't know, the Fiends. The Kings aren't really much on cannibalism or mass murder, so they're viewed a little more leniently. But yeah, you got to repay your debt. You can't keep running Kims without the proper permits. New Vegas is a libertarian paradise now. The courier's trying to reform things. They can't send you to prison anymore because the prison's overrun by powder gangers, and that's just they don't want to generate more problems for the region. So yeah, you're in basically the rail, it used to be a waiting or lounge in the airport, and now it was turned into an office by the New California Republic, and now it's like a briefing room where they have these crappy old desks and with a single projector at the front of the room to show videos and that kind of thing. And there's the Securitron robot there, and he's the one giving the lecture. It's Yes Man. Yes Man is the AI that sort of administrates most of New Vegas. It has hundreds of duplicates of its program running at any given time in multiple Securitrons. Those Securitrons are the big, one-wheeled robots with missile launchers and lasers and regenerating armor. They're pretty nasty, but they're very polite. Yes Man is tells you we're trying a new program now, and you're on parole, and we need parole officers in order to keep an eye on you. But we don't really have. We do have sort of a manpower shortage, so we're trying something new. I would, and this is what you were told when you were happening. So, but we're bringing your parole officer in to help with a new type of job for you, because cleaning up trash and other things is not a use of your full talents. We need you to do some more important work for us. So the parole officer comes in. So David, please describe R.O.B.O.
Well, I am Recidivism Optimism Borg Organism, Unit Number 1, or R.O.B.O for short. I am bipedal, shiny, and chrome. I have been programmed with a smiling face to make me a little bit more friendly and personable. Beep.
And what does R.O.B.O look like? Is R.O.B.O a humanoid robot? Does he have wheels?
Yes.
Humanoid? Okay.
Humanoid.
All right. So yeah, R.O.B.O is an experimental robot. It's not a standard design, not a standard robot type. And you've been told that your programming is, of course, custom made. You're not sure who programmed you exactly, but you've been told to that this is a pilot program. You're the only robot parole officer out there. You're the only R.O.B.O out there. And if it doesn't work, if it works well, they'll expand it, and you'll have job security forever. And if not, they'll reprogram you to you don't know what. Probably detecting mines out in the desert, and looking for traps left by the Caesar's legions, which would be very dangerous. You probably don't want that. Yes, man.
And programmed with a will to live.
Yes, you can't help others if you can't help yourself. That's just common sense. So yes, man, so we're glad that you're volunteering for this extra duty. There is more trust and more responsibility, but you've done well so far in your parole. You've not reoffended, which is very important. And so we're going to we want you to act as sort of a liaison for a newer group that is moving into the region, and we'd like to have their continued support. Apparently, and you're someone that will not attract attention, unlike the standard. We're lacking in detectives and crime solving. Enforcement's not a problem, but Securitrons are not as good to ask questions to witnesses or investigate a crime scene. So we're hoping you can do that.
Right. I don't look too much like a cop. I understand the concept.
Good. So you'll be meeting, let's see here, Brother Leibowitz. He's with a new group called the Holy Rollers. He apparently some of his cargo went missing in the rail yard, and he's very eager to get it back. So I'd like you to go to the he's outside in the yard right now waiting for a response, and we really honestly don't have anyone else, so this is sort of a last minute. But if you can help find his missing cargo, that would be highly look well upon you. So yes, we can maybe even increase your is there anything you've been wanting there, Skrewloose?
Just completed total freedom from my very human and mortal cravings. but that's perhaps something Brother Leibs can discuss with me.
Yeah. Well, we can give you more caps in your allowance if you make this, and maybe get you a better room assignment, maybe your own private room for at the halfway house. So
maybes are so plentiful around here. Honestly, it's just bumper crop season.
Well, if you do well, we will definitely reward you. But if you don't, it will look very poorly on your record. And we may have to ship you out to one of the work camps, building the rails. So don't screw up.
All right. Well, who's my babysitter?
R.O.B.O. R.O.B.O will be your only babysitter. We do not have anyone else. It'll just be you two.
Oh,
Greetings,
Jesus Christ!
Name here.
Okay. So you're. It's a brand new program. You know, it's entrusted, and you're going to put it into the hands of this robot. You're This is my life. You understand this, right?
Yes, it is your life. And you're the one who's made your life this way. The architect of your own fate is you.
You seem
you're saying I deserve this. That's excellent. Hey, if grievances ever become a thing again, I will remember you.
Well, I'm the one running New Vegas. I hope you do remember me. Excuse me, I must transport my consciousness into another robot shell on the other side of this facility. Goodbye. Dunk.
Oh, gee, can I come with? Hello?
Yeah, the Sierra just slumps over, turns off. You've been told to go to Gate 5. That's where the Brother Leibowitz is to hear, and you can hear all about his missing cargo. So it is the rail yard. You're inside the big one, basically the main, what was the airport terminal, and there's lots of people going about. There's a lot of cargo shifting. It's just you two. So R.O.B.O, how are you reacting to this?
Oh, come along, insert name here. We are going to have what I have been given to understand is fun together. Yes? Fun. Much fun.
One of us will.
That is the spirit. Beep.
So the two of you start walking through the corridors and eventually, push past some people. Like I said, there's a lot of traders come through here. A lot of people are, goods are coming in from other communities and leaving this, it's New Vegas has certainly thrived after the courier took over and the war ended. There's not, it's as peaceful as the region has ever been in anyone's lifetime that anyone can remember. Which isn't saying a whole, well, it's saying something, there's still dangerous mutants and animals wandering the wastelands, but there's not hordes of assassins or legionnaires or not nearly as many gangers as there used to be. So, it's good for business, which means there's a shitload of theft and crime and grift going on in here. So you get to the gates and
along the way, initiating buddy algorithm. Number 4, scanning. This unit notices that you have the hairstyle that indicates that you are a member of the Kings, and thus are emulating the late Elvis Presley.
This is incorrect. This is incorrect. No. This is not. No. This is part of the terms of my parole. My hair is not like the king. Okay, it's not. It simply isn't. Because if you look at this part right here, okay, all right, get your little robot head over here. All right, rotate your left eye 40 degrees and kind of squint and get the sum between these strands. These two strands. All right. Elvis didn't have that. Elvis couldn't have it because I made it, and I was born after him. So it's my style, not the king's. Okay. I'm not trying to bring back the Kings. It ain't my thing.
Are you certain? You are dressed much as Elvis Presley did during his movie Roustabout.
Yes, but it wasn't as filthy as this. Do you see these sweat stains? All right. All right. This here's a chili dog I've had here in my lower quadrant here for a while here. Okay. All right. Elvis was not messy. All right. He was a very clean person. Okay. So, I don't know why we keep comparing me to this person who honestly probably didn't even really exist. I mean, think about it. I mean, have you seen Elvis? No, you haven't seen Elvis Presley. No one has. All we have are pictures. And who says those pictures are real?
The number of motion pictures suggests that Elvis Presley did indeed exist.
Yeah, well, it's probably several actors. Stunt actors, they had a lot of, they have vegetables back then. They have vegetables and meat and, real sunshine and, they could get kind of buff and, it wouldn't be a problem just strolling to the beach, get yourself a gal and, do a surf a doodle and, hit the bar and tiki lounge. And not no more, though. Those days are gone. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Someone hears you mention vegetables. Hey, you want some vegetables? I got some carrots. I got some broccoli. You want some broccoli? Oh, I got the freshest broccoli. Yeah.
Yes, this sounds perverted, and therefore I'm interested. Come, robot, you like vegetables.
Processing, surf-a-doodle. Surf-a-doodle not found. Processing, surf-a-doodle. Surf-a-doodle not found.
Yeah, the guy it leads you to a corner. He's like, all right, where's the caps? What do you want? What's your flavor? What kind of vegetables do you want?
How did you get these vegetables, good man?
Don't worry about that. I got my sources. You're not cutting in on my turf. You're customer, not competition. Yeah.
All right. I get an eyeful of these vegetables. Do they look safe to me?
What do you want to roll for that?
Well, let's see here. I will roll. Save empathy, fight investigate.
Would you accept a notice roll?
Yeah. How about a notice roll?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. He rolls for notice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's going to be 1 + 2 from my notice. That's a total of 3.
Oh, these are these are not like vegetables do exist and people do eat them, but like these are vegetables, which means they're grown with they're sort of fertilized with radioactive mushroom spores. So they're at least mildly psychoactive, and it's very new. You don't know where the source is coming from, but like they are the newest drug to hit the street. So new that you're not even sure that Yes Man and the New Vegas police are even aware of it.
All right. My mouth starts watering, and I started slapping my pockets looking for any change I got.
Well, if you spend a fate point, you could have enough caps to get some.
He does this.
All right, you spend a fate. Yeah, so you pull out your last little script, your last little allotment of caps, shove them into his hand. Do you want carrots or broccoli?
Let's see here. Give me the carrots.
All right, you get the carrots.
Much easier to carry in certain places, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes, in your mouth.
Yes, that Bugs Bunny treatment. Yeah.
Yes, the Bugs Bunny treatment.
So you get some radioactive carrots. Do you want to keep heading on your way to Gate 5?
Yes, I take it that R.O.B.O has not noticed that I've surreptitiously purchased goods.
I don't know. I mean, you didn't say anything about hiding it from there. R.O.B.O's just there.
He's just there.
Yeah, R.O.B.O, what do you want to do about that?
Yeah, what's your inquiry?
It's not in it is right that they are buying radioactive vegetables is not a crime, but yeah. So if you make,
I don't believe that it is against the rule, so therefore I will allow it.
All right, good enough for me.
Yeah. Of course.
After all, why would you have scrip if you are not allowed to spend them?
You do think if you were to tell Yes Man about that, he would make it illegal, and that would be bad because obviously they don't want psychoactive drugs spreading throughout the city, at least not through proper regular taxed channels, right? None of this, buying, in corners direct. You got to get the city's cut of caps and regulated so people don't go wild and people don't put poison in them. You want the drugs to be regulated so people don't get overdose or die of that kind of thing. So yeah, but
however, my programming is as a parole officer.
Yeah,
voice from above.
All right, so you continue on and you go outside to the Gate 5. area. It's a big loading dock area where cargo is loaded and unloaded. It's near one of the rails. And there is a man in a monk's robe, just sort of waiting angrily by the customer support desk, which is empty. Yeah.
All right. Robo, why don't you approach this guy? How about you do this? I want to watch you. I need guidance in how to talk to people.
Excellent. Greetings. Are you Brother Leibowitz?
Yes. Oh, you're sent finally some assistance. Yes. My cargo crate of machine parts was taken. I don't know what happened to it. We need to find it as soon as possible. It's very important that we get those machine parts. We need them.
Fear not, citizen. We will locate your machine parts. Please describe the crate.
He describes a big crate, about like 1.5 times the size of a refrigerator, rectangular, long, heavy, sealed, locked. But he said it was supposed to be unloaded at gate 9, and then it wasn't at gate 9, and so he was told to come here, where the customer support desk was, and that he's been waiting ever since. And it's very important that they get this cargo container. It's you look at the manifest; it just says salvaged machine parts, which with a credit value of like 500 or cap value of 500, which is not very much for a container full of cargo. So this seems a little over the top, but you don't know much about these monks.
Okay. This is very interesting that this follows the police jurisdiction at all. I mean, is there sort of like some sort of aviation authority?
No, you're like they're the one thing you do know is that the forces of New Vegas are stretched incredibly thin. This is not the first time you've had to do things beyond pick up trash and do minor and maintenance work. They've had you deliver a kid. That was terrifying. They had you settle arguments between people that were shooting at each other. They use you as kind of like the first, like, oh god, there's a problem, and we just send the parolees to do it. You don't succeed very often, but that gives them an excuse to send you out to the rail yard or to the rail work camps where they're expanding the railroads, almost as if they're setting you up to fail. So they have a reason to use you as forced labor.
Let's see here. Is there any advice or any sort of like material goods you can give us so that we could recover your cargo?
Well, he has the manifest, which has all the details about it. Like there is a functioning trade system through here. That it was coming from the east and it's going west. The Holy Rollers are a registered organization. They're beginning to move into this area, bringing with them a lot of salvage, a lot of caps. That is how much you know for free. So if it's just got lost in the system, which you imagine with this much cargo going through it any given day, that's likely. So you would have to go to gate 9 to investigate. Yeah, what do you want to know?
Let's see here. So no real idea who did or may have tried to sabotage this cargo delivery.
Looking at the manifest, you get the tracking numbers and everything. You can go to gate 9 and see where it's supposed to be and see if somebody just mislaid it in that section of, cargo storage.
All right, I will go do this. Come, robot.
All right.
Off we go.
All right, so you go to gate 9, which is not too far away, and it's a airport cargo management system that has been converted for shipping containers or parts of them. Like they aren't up to full shipping container size, at least for a lot of this cargo, because people are salvaging more than they're building or growing new things. So a lot of suitcases or suitcase sized boxes and crates are moving through these conveyor belts and stuff like that. And the cargo container size would be big, but it would fit in this internal system. But yeah, it's a network maze of conveyor belts and forklifts and pallet jacks and shelves full of crates and not too many people going around. But yeah, if you're rolling, let's see here. What do you want to? How do you want to investigate? Do you want to talk to people? Do you just want to look things up, kind of notice things? Do you want to I don't know if your compute character.
I do have the investigate skill. Perhaps I should investigate.
That would be perfect. Skrewloose, what about you?
Let's see here. If he doesn't find anything with investigative abilities, I will use my burglary history to find out if indeed the crate was burgled.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah.
Okay, so I have just a wash on the dice, but I have a skill of 4.
There you go. You're very good at picking up on things and investigating things. All right. Skrewloose, what about you?
Let's see. Okay, I'll be rolling for my burglary.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's a 0 on the dice, but I have 3 in burglary.
Yep.
Burglary. Burger time.
Yeah, the two of you quickly realize that if it was misplaced, it's not in here, and there's no way something this big would just be misplaced and moved out of the building. If it was misplaced, it would be in the building. It's not in the building, which leads you to realize that it has been taken intentionally. Someone put it on a truck and took it away. Or some other method of transport. So you narrow down to 3 people it could be.
It's not be work having a manifest appear at all that say that it was delivered. Wouldn't it be, these criminals?
Yeah. There's Ethan, Alan, or Abel. Those 3 people work here. One is a cargo mover, just a stevedore, basically. That's Ethan. Alan is the manager, and then Abel is a clerk. So, yeah.
Ethan Allen Abel is a pretty strong 3-part name, I gotta tell you. That's a character somewhere.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, you can try and talk to them. You could sneak up on them and spy on them. You could intimidate them. But, I told you their jobs and what they would do. With your 4 and your 3 together, you think it's definitely one of those 3 that is in on it. But any one of, they all had the means, motive, and they all had the means and the opportunity to do so. You don't know who has the motive.
Well, okay, let's just go down the list here. I will start with Abel.
Okay. How do you want to approach that?
Let me see here. Well, I got empathy and rapport. I think I'll just, chat him up.
Okay, yeah. You can roll empathy.
Empathy, all right. 2 on the dice plus 2 for empathy is a 4.
Oh, that's very good. So, you realize Abel is actually bragging about how those holy rollers, they got some weird thing about gambling. They gotta gamble with somebody every day. I already won 50 bottle caps after him. The guy doesn't realize I'm using rigged dice. You realize Abel has a serious gambling problem.
Dang.
Yeah.
Can I burgle his loaded dice?
With a 4, yeah, sure. I'll tie that in there.
I mean it's a 3. My burglary is at 3.
No, you rolled so well on empathy. You could just
okay.
You can swap, grab them pretty easily. You don't have to roll again.
Excellent.
But Abel has a strong motive to be, misdirecting a certain percentage of cargo to, some buddies on the outside. So, yeah.
All right, excellent. All right, R.O.B.O, David, who's R.O.B.O speak to?
There's Ethan and Alan. Ethan's cargo, the guy that moves things, and Alan's the manager.
Let's talk to Alan, the manager.
Okay. Just making small talk, or you just that would be empathy. If you would just kind of want to size the guy up, if you want to ask him, if you want to interrogate him and interview him, that would be rapport.
Try rapport.
Okay. And that's actually asking questions about the case and that kind of thing.
Get in the dice roller.
Get in the dice roll.
So that's still a 1. Because it's a -2, but it's a -1, but I've got a 2 in this skill, so 2 minus 1, 1.
Yeah, that's fine. He's not hiding anything. Alan takes this extremely seriously. He is very concerned about his reputation. You realize,
after all, this did go missing on your watch.
Yes.
Therefore,
it looks bad on him. He is a former ganger who's totally reformed his life. He turned his weapons in and wants to make new, and so he's very concerned about anyone impugning his honor, essentially. So, actually, no, he's not a gang. He used to be with the New California Republic, but he stayed here. So he's basically he's technically a traitor, a deserter from the New California Republic. So he's if he gets kicked out of New Vegas, he is fucked. He starts looking around and looking through paperwork to try and figure things out. It'll take him some time, but yeah. Skrewloose, do you want to talk to the last one?
Actually, I think we need to do a pincer attack. R.O.B.O, it's time to do good cop and even gooder cop. Obviously, I'll play the part of the latter.
Processing.
Oh, man, yeah, okay, great audience here tonight. All right.
Processing. Good cop and even gooder cop.
Mm-hmm.
I am not entirely certain of that routine. Am I supposed to be the one who helpfully smashes his face, or are you supposed to be the one who provides him with nourishment, like coffee?
Friend. You know what? Let's just go and talk to him like we're buddies. All right. Follow me. We're buddies. All right. Okay. We go talk to Ethan.
All right. Yeah. He's like, hey, yeah. He's a very big guy. He is obviously eats a lot of protein, and he lifts big boxes all day. So he's a big, strong guy. He's like, what's going on? All
right. Let's see here. Okay, so I just laid down the whole situation. I explained to him I'm looking for this box, and if he's seen anything, if he knows anything, Jiminy Christmas, it would super help us. Yeah, I saw it yesterday. Yesterday. Then I got off work. It was a big pain in the ass. It was kind of heavy. It was lighter than I thought it was going to be. It's all metal, but it wasn't. Yeah, I thought it kind of might be hollow inside or something. It was got. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of metal though, and it had a battery on it too. It was kind of weird. Yeah, but it was here last night, and then I went off work, and then wasn't here this morning.
All right. Do you know where it was located last night before you left?
Yeah, it was on third row over there on the second shelf. B8, I think.
R.O.B.O, what do your robot eyes see?
You looked at it there. There's nothing there. It's. I mean, it's not there. Yeah.
Give Dave a chance to role play it out.
Yeah. Sorry.
The box does not exist in that location. There are not signs that the box was ever in that location.
No box. A clue.
Mm-hmm.
Lack of box. Lack of signs of box movement.
All right, we got to put together the juicy info we got from all three of these guys. Mm-hmm. All right. So Abel says he so the Holy Rollers they must gamble every day, and he juiced one for $50, and he usually loaded dice. Kind of a crappy thing to do. I have those dice on me, and I will dispose of them. No worries.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then you, R.O.B.O, what did you learn from talking to Alan?
Alan is most concerned that the box has gone missing on his shift.
It would be terrible for him if the box is not found. And then Ethan...
Much consequence.
Yes. Ethan described the box as not heavy as it would seem, but full of metal and with a battery, and the box went that away on a truck.
He further stated that he does not know where the box disappeared to, that it was here last night at the end of his shift, but then disappeared before his current shift.
Oh, okay. I thought you said he put it on a truck or something. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay.
So we have a time frame from whence the box was taken, and we know that the box is lighter than it seems to be. Therefore, box was stolen last night. Beep.
Both of you look as you're looking around. Ethan's like, yeah, did you talk to Abel? Oh, he's gone. I guess you have to wait till tomorrow.
Oh, what does Abel know?
Oh, Abel handles the paperwork for all that stuff, so and his shift started after mine. So he might have seen something, but I thought he was supposed to be working. I don't see him. Where'd he go? Huh, that's weird. Anyway,
R.O.B.O, after Abel, activate Bloodhound mode.
Pursuit mode activate.
All right,
that one, yes.
All right, roll investigate to figure out which way Abel went.
Oh, that's a 6.
Yeah, that's extremely good. Yeah, he took a basically the golf cart and is rapidly. Well, as fast as a post-apocalyptic golf cart can go, out of the base. You see him on the tarmac. He looks like he jumped on it and immediately sped off as soon after he talked to you. He ducked out. So, Yeah, he's pretty far if you want to get to him on foot. It would be quite a run.
Is there another golf cart that we can acquire so that we may begin our
yes,
obligation?
there is. Yeah,
Yes.
Who's driving?
Okay. Let's see here. It's got to be me because I don't think R.O.B.O can handle how many laws I'm about to break.
All right, roll drive.
No shit. Oh man, there's nothing I can really do to make this any better. You don't have drive, do you, Dave?
I do not.
Okay, all right. This is good either way. Okay. A 0.
All right. Well, you can spend a fate point. You could, for example, say you're an ex-gang member. You used to drive these. Used to be a driver.
Yeah, we got the idea from Shenmue. Instead of forklifts, we got golf carts.
Yeah. All right, so you got a 2.
Such a little emphasis on golf carts.
Yeah.
And
so the golf cart chases on. Yeah.
They're all talking the Las Vegas airport tarmac.
Yeah. I'm going to spend a refresh to optimize this golf cart's engine while we're driving it.
Okay.
Basically, rebuild it to be a faster engine.
Okay. That would be academics.
That's a fat 3 for me. Let's see how this goes.
Mm-hmm.
Still a 3.
All right. Yeah, you can juice it. With a 3, you definitely get you'll give a +2 to Skrewloose's next roll as you take off the little sunroof and some other parts to give it less weight. You know, you gotta streamline it. You gotta make it more aerodynamic. So yeah, you get +2 on the next roll. So let's see how he does. He has a +1 on his drives check.
All right, here we go.
So it's a 2, so it's a tie right now. But he has a head start, so you haven't lost any ground. You're staying the same speed, but he's still considerably far ahead of you. So you need to slow him down or speed up some way. So now Skrewloose, I saw your best skill is contacts. So you know a lot of people. You could know somebody on the airport and yell at them to do something to slow that guy down.
Yes, I will do this. I see. Let me see here. I see. Oh, Sharky. Sharky's up there on like a crane arm, like an old defunct crane, rusted crane arm, and there's a big old blue fluttery sheet thing. What do they call them? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Big old plastic sheet, and
Tarpaulin?
Tarp. Thank you. It's a 4-letter fucking word. Anyways, yeah, the tart's flapping in the wind, and so I started honking my horn and kicking out my cowboy boots and trying to hoot and holler and make scissor gestures with my little fingers, and I hope I get it across the Sharky that I'm willing to cut that tarp so it can cover the quickly absconding golf cart that I'm chasing.
Yeah, go and roll contacts. See how much Sharky likes you.
What? Oh, it's a -1.
But with your +4 and your skill,
yeah, it's 3.
That's still good. Like that's enough. Sharky's like, yeah, all right. Well, let's see where this goes, and just lets the tarp go. It flies out and slams into the let's see here, Abel's golf cart. And he swerves. Let's see if he can beat a 3. He does not. He definitely does not. So yeah,
he eats shit.
Yeah, he eats shit. So here's your chance. If you make a drive check and get at least a +1, you'll be able to catch up with him.
Here we go, people. It's a 0.
Okay. You're not so R.O.B.O. If you could do one more thing to juice up the cart, you can get there before he recovers. Before Abel recovers. So you can give me
this thing's G-spot.
Yeah.
G for go. I assume
yes.
you mean
Yes.
So we'll just roll academics again.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, do the thing. That's a 2.
Oh, yeah, that's enough. You realize you can give it a little jolt yourself, and you plug in to give its battery just a little extra charge, and you push it up in time to get in front of Abel's golf cart. As he pulls himself out of the tarp, he sees the two of you blocking his escape, and he's like, "Whoa! My wife, she's sick. I need to go help her. That's why I was in a hurry. Yeah.
Query.
No, I don't think
Personnel
that's the
file
case
lists
at all.
your marital status as single.
It's a common law marriage. Those aren't on the books. Yeah.
Are
that's
you
it.
aware of the penalties of lying to an officer of the law? I have
Uh,
given to understand that they are grave.
Oh, well, you're look. Well, do you want a fate point, Robo?
Go do it. I mean, unless you're like, unless fate points are like drugs to you, then I understand. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
I'm not a narc.
Yeah, if you want a fate point, he can disrespect you and ignore you because he's not listening to no robot. Or if you don't want the fate point, he can listen to you.
You know what? I will take the fate point, and I will let this be on. I will let Skrewloose actually do the intimidating.
Thank you, Murtaugh. Okay, step back.
Yeah. It was like, I ain't listening to no tin can. I don't care. You ain't no officer.
Yes, I despise them too. However, he's made me a better person in certain ways. It's time that we really need to give the robots a chance. I despise them, but hopefully that'll fade. Anyways, okay, so just freaking spill the beans here, and I won't have my buddy turn his arm into a chainsaw and do things.
All right, you can roll provoke. That's more of a provoke than a rapport if you're threatening chainsaws. Yeah, or you
Query,
can try.
can I actually do that?
I mean,
I'm deceive. I'm clearly lying.
Oh yeah, deceive. Yeah. I forgot to
give myself a little edge.
Yeah. Deceive is definitely.
Well, that's going to be a +1 total.
Okay. He is it's enough because he he's just a clerk. He's not like a hardened badass or anything. So he's like, okay. Look, just let me keep my job, okay? I'll stop doing it. I'll because they came to me. I'm lazy. I'm not gonna go reach out and do side deals. But it's a new gang. They're operating right outside of New Vegas at that old drive-in movie theater. They call themselves the Car Hops. They come in a truck every once in a while, and that one looked weird. The Holy Rollers, they don't have a lot of pull here. No one, they can't do much. Look the other way when they loaded it on the truck.
Excellent. Okay, Robo. New entry for your Wikipedia: the Car Hops.
Yeah, it's a new gang. Neither of you have heard of it before.
Downloading information.
But you have enough knowledge of the region's geography that you know where the drive-in movie theater is. So it's about a day's journey away.
How long if we use our new ragtop?
Well, you don't have enough battery to get that far. You're gonna have to get some kind of power source to keep it running. So
I will roll my contacts to find someone who has a battery for this thing.
Okay.
Oh, that's going to be a 2 total.
With a 2, they're like, yeah, we can. There are traders that have batteries, and they're willing to sell, but you don't have much. You spent the last of your caps, right?
Crap, yes.
Yeah,
but I do have these suspiciously attractive vegetables. Perhaps I could trade one of them for a battery.
Well, you're feeling really stressed out about that. You kind of want to try those carrots out. Do you want a fate point for it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, these are stimulant carrots. They do make you go Bugs Bunny. So you're quite juiced right now. You could you feel like you could run to there. You don't need.
I didn't know I was going to eat one. Pretty cool. Okay, well, see you later, sucker.
So Robo, he just starts running towards the movie theater. You can keep up with him. You've got a nuclear, yeah. You've got a nuclear battery. You'll last for 10 years. It's like all robots. You have a nuclear power source. It is a day's journey. You two
fusion, I hope.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. So you start heading out on the desert. There's roads and signs now and people passing by. There's a lot more trade. But there are, you need to stick to the road. There's cazadors and rad scorpions and mutant geckos out in the wilds. Although there's been a program to reduce them. In fact, as you're passing, you see a guy in a blue jumpsuit just beating cazadors to death with the sledgehammer. out in the distance.
It's good to see that the blue jumpsuit apparatus is functional.
Mm-hmm.
Replaces the red jumpsuit apparatus.
But as you pass through the outskirts of New Vegas, Skrewloose, in the distance, you can hear the sound of a radio playing rock music.
Hot dog, it makes my ears jump up and sends a shiver down my spine. I am drawn inexorably towards it.
All right. Give yourself another fate point if you want to. What you do see up ahead is a group of the kings. I'll give you a fate point if you go up and say hi.
Man. All right. R.O.B.O, homie. I mean, I don't say that, but R.O.B.O, my grudging friend, who I have slowly come to respect more and more in the short time we spent together. Look upon thither hill and see the people that that I once ran with, my people indeed, what I once called my family. Now I have had to more or less quit them as part of the terms of my re-entry into society, which I have deemed to be more important than a joyful existence with friends. But we all need character arcs. What could you? I need you to please comfort me as we do not turn towards this raging, welcoming hearth of warmth and friendship.
You realize that it will hurt your recidivism if you were to rejoin them.
Yes.
There are other forms of entertainment.
Yes.
There are other artists that performed in movies.
Yes.
Have you seen the movie career of one processing
Jimmy
One Direction
Durante.
star, Harry Styles, who later became an actor in his later years?
I just need you to keep talking while we keep walking, friend. Okay, yeah. All right, tell me more about Harry Styles.
The two of you walk up to the kings. They're hanging out in the ruins of a building. They're around a barrel that's been set on fire, and they got the radio on, and they got their
I thought I was walking past these guys.
Oh, you're leaving them. Okay, I thought you were.
Yes. I'm asking R.O.B.O to help me not recidivize.
Okay. All right. So
on the other hand, is the game better if we go see the Kings? Come on, tell me.
I'll give you a fate point if you go see them.
Let's go see the freaking Kings. Whatever. I'm a sack of crap. I just say that I'm going to try to do good. All right, I'm a liar. All right, come on, let's go. Come on, party.
It's still the first act. Yeah, we haven't hit the halfway point. So the turning point. So yeah, you drawn to them like a moth to flame.
Yes.
You head up to them, and who's the first one that you see that you recognize?
Oh, Blueberry. Yeah, Blueberry.
All right, Blueberry.
Yeah, a guy named Blueberry. He's the shortest member of the Kings ever. A solid king. 4.
All right, yeah, he's the short king.
Yeah. Blueberry's the shortest member of the Kings in history.
It's like, hey, look who it is. It's Skrewloose. Hey, he's back in the party. Oh, my God, what's this tin can you got with you here?
Bloops, this is my parole officer, R.O.B.O. R.O.B.O.
A parole officer? Blueberry looks at then they all start laughing at you. They are fucking just cannot believe how I can't believe it. You've sunk so low, Skrewloose. You're working for parole. You're working as a dog for those dopes. Get out of here. Roll will. This is quite humiliating. Yeah.
I rolled a 1.
Let's see here. All right, you take 2 points of will stress. As they just literally point and laugh at you. They cannot believe that you've done this. They thought you were dead. You've been laying low, and since you were caught and put on parole, and you haven't exactly let them know. But obviously now word's going to spread that you're groveling before the man instead of standing like a king.
Look. I there's aspects of the life that are going to kill me younger than elder. Okay? And I understand why people join gangs. I understand why they stay in them. All right? I'm not looking to be a role model. I'm not here to rub my goodiness in front of your faces here. I am here I'm hoping as a friend to ask you for a little help for my new job, for this new life I'm trying to turn around.
It's better to. Have you ever thought it's better to live young and die fast, like a king, rather than go out like a dog? I'm doing my best with this voice.
Yeah.
You know,
the it keeps cutting deep, old
Yeah.
Blueberry, him and I got along really well, and this is like, I've done the unimaginable, and until it happens to you, you don't really understand, what your morals are,
Yeah.
and it's hard to get across to that, like, yeah, well, until you, get caught, smuggling, a ton of, stems across the desert, you're not going to understand why I've done this.
All right.
But we're trying to put that aside. I'm asking you as one person to another, as a friend, how can you help me? Or will you help me?
What do you even need help with, Yaguba? Yeah.
I lean over to R.O.B.O. This is where you come in.
Processing. Goober. Does not compute.
Thank
We are
you.
looking
Okay.
for.
Yeah.
We are looking for other gang. Specifically, we are looking for the car hops.
Those bums. Well, why didn't you say so? Like the bums is what they are. They
are one of your rivals. And
Yeah.
if they continue to move in on your processing turf, that will hurt the kings. And you will all end up dying young through great violence. Query. Do you wish to die through great violence? It does not seem like a pleasant way to go.
All right. If you want to threaten that, well, the main thing is what kind of help are you asking for from the kings? You already know approximately where the car hops are, but you don't know. Obviously, the king could tell you more about their smuggling operation or their
Sure. Okay. I ask you, do you know how many there are? Are these guys
the numbers
alarmed?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They Blueberry's okay, I'll do it if you beg me. Beg me. Skrewloose. So that's rapport.
I'm gonna roll
now,
empathy against this. I'm gonna roll empathy against this, and I'm gonna be like, come on, please. We're adults here. Please help me.
That's also rapport.
You can't begrudge
actually.
me. You can't begrudge me for trying to become a better person. Really, you can't.
Okay.
And I'm not saying better than you. I'm saying better for me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Well, that's a 0 + 2 for empathy.
Okay. All right. I'll do it. If you can prove you still got it here. He points to his heart. You still got it. I could tell you everything I know about the car hops, but if you get caught by them, I don't want you squealing on us. And then us starting a gang war over it, But if I know you still got it here, then I know you'll keep your mouth shut if you get caught,
I can do that for you, Blueberry.
All right, so here, take this. He holds out a gun, and you go out and bring me back, the most dangerous critter you can find. There's a bunch of things out there beyond that ravine out back there. So you go prove you're brave, where you prove you're still a king, and I'll tell you.
I'll get you one dead critter. I can do this.
Okay.
All right, so I march out there to where the critters are to be found with this shotgun, this brand new shotgun.
Mm-hmm. So the real question is, how big of a critter are you looking for? You could look for a scrawny little rad roach. You could go for a mid-sized critter, or you could go look for, hey, there's probably a Cazador not too far away. Those things are fucking scary.
All right, let's go nuke a Cazador, R.O.B.O.
Okay. All right. So do you just march in, or are you going to try and sneak up on it?
Let's see here. Well, I got a point in stealth. Let's freaking try some sneaking.
All right.
I have 0 stealth, so I will be the decoy.
Okay.
That's a total for 1 on my roll.
All right.
And while we're moving, I am going to load new program.
Well, you have to wait till combat starts in order for it to count. Because it is you're not in combat mode. Yeah. So, because it's a disadvantage. That's a limited circumstance. So you tie with him, and so defenders win tie. So if you spend a fate point, you can sneak up on the Cazador.
Okay, I'll spend that point.
Okay. You do sneak up on the Cazador. It is sort of just, lying on a rock, resting on a rock right now. And you
I guess I make a shoot check then.
Yeah. You turn on VATS, head, click, 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 click.
Oh boy, even with my +1 and shoot, that's a -1.
Well, you did ambush it, so you will get a +1 on that roll. Actually a +2. So that's 3. So that'd be a 1. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, yeah. With a 1, you barely hit it. You inflict you wing it. And then it buzzes and combat starts. So the Cazador is flying at you. It has a fight of +4. And it is going to try and bite the shit out of you. What are you going to do?
Take aim again and shoot as soon as possible.
All right, let's see here. Roll shoot. So it gets a 3 on fight, so that would be 3 physical stress.
Let's see. Okay, that's going to be a total of 2 on shoot.
2 on shoot. All right. So with that, now you can roll a physique check to limit how much damage it does to you.
Okay, that's going to be 0.
Okay, so 3 physical stress is enough to knock you out unless you take a consequence. You can take a mild or a moderate consequence. A mild one will reduce your stress to 1 point, and a moderate will knock it out entirely. But it's like a permanent injury or a lasting injury.
Yeah, let's go for moderate.
Okay. Moderate, something like a broken bone, some sort of limb-based injury is probably the one that will make the most sense.
Okay, let's say that my right arm gets fucked up.
Yeah, it crashes into your arm. It is not good. And R.O.B.O, you spend your first action switching over. So
activating combat mode.
Yep. New round, and let's see consequences, and I am going to say your complication with a right arm is the shotgun is a 2-handed weapon, so you're gonna have a -2 on attack rolls with the shotgun. So R.O.B.O, you can shoot.
I was actually going to take it into shoot works.
Your stunt loading program activated. You can use academics for that.
That was not what I wanted to do. Let's try this again.
All right, that's a 2. It is going to turn to you and attack because you did blast it with a laser. That is enough to hurt it. So it is definitely wounded. It has 2 stress left. So it gets a 3 in terms of stress on you. You can roll physique to absorb it, or you can roll fight to dodge it. Did you? No, it's athletics, actually. Sorry.
Which can be done.
Mm-hmm.
If Dice Parser will actually roll.
It's thinking.
It's thinking really hard.
Come on, Dreamcast.
Yeah, actually, you could use athletics to dodge. I did forget that. Sorry, Chris.
Oh, you mean roll? Got it.
Yeah, you can use athletics to dodge these kind of attacks instead of physique. Physique lets you absorb damage.
Jesus Christ, I got a -4.
Well, we'll
but
say
with
you still
athletics, that puts it at a -1.
Well, that was for your last round. So you still definitely have a broken arm, or your arm is still busted. So put that on your moderate consequence. But you get an action this round. So.
Oh yeah, I got it down that my right arm's broken.
Yeah.
So
I tried to roll it again, and I've got 2 different spots where it's a thinking.
Here, you can use my roll. That's a +2. And
so that should be a total of 4 then.
All right. So you actually absorbed the attack. Were we using athletics or you're using physique? So yeah,
I was using physique.
Yeah, so with that you're able to tank the attack. But yeah, so what happens is R.O.B.O lights up with the laser. It's a laser, right? Or what is the what does your attack look like?
Well, I was figuring that when he said, watch out or my buddy will turn his hand into a chainsaw. Can I do that? But at first, no, not chainsaw yet. Right now, we're just going to go with laser beam.
Yeah.
So left arm is now a laser cannon.
All right. And it zaps the Cazador, wounding it. It turns towards R.O.B.O, lashes out at him, and then, but the armor of R.O.B.O manages to absorb the attack. So, Skrewloose, what do you want to do this round?
Can I still take aim and fire upon with my shotgun, even though my right arm is broken?
You can. It's at a -2.
About all I can do at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Nah, that's going to be probably, I think, -3, what you had on my bonuses, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I would say you could spend a fate point and say for next round, oh, wait, there's a boulder on a nearby hill I could roll on top of the Cazador with an athletics check.
Yes. I'm Wile E. Coyote, this bitch.
Yeah. So spend the fate point, and we'll start that with the next round. As you drop your shotgun, realize it's futile, and run up the hill to shove the boulder on it. Use physics to get your way. Anyways.
Okay. Give me physique? Yeah, okay.
A
0.
Well, no, your athletics is a +3, so.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
All right.
you got a running start. Yeah, that is able to squash the Cazador, and you're all able to return with the broken remains of this critter after you roll the boulder off of it. And Blueberry is very impressed. He gives you detailed information about the car hops and how they work, their numbers, their placement, and they basically steal cargo out of the rail yard and sell it to smugglers operating further out. It's a pretty well organized ring of theft. So they're staying away from chems because that's what the Securitrons in New Vegas are cracking down on. And they've focused on maintaining a low profile, at least to New Vegas. So, you both get an aspect, car hop knowledge. This is a temporary aspect. You can invoke it once to either give you some sort of like situational bonus, like I know a route through their patrols to sneak in, or I know who their leader's weakness, or something like that. And after you get to invoke that for free once, but you can spend more fate points to activate it as long as you're dealing with the car hops. So yeah, you get all kinds of information about them.
Cool. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Could I use my context roll to like? Can I have someone in the Kings do a little triage of my broken arm? Like, get me in a sling at least.
Oh yeah, give me a context roll.
It's going to say either that or academics.
That's going to be straight up 4.
Okay.
Possibly in academics. Detailed files on human anatomy.
Yeah, you can.
Academics is math, lore is fancy.
Yeah, medicine.
English.
Yeah. Academics includes medicine. So, you can. So yeah, give me an academics roll, Robo.
See if Dice Parser will actually be nice. Come on.
Yep. So 2.
So it's 2.
Recovering from conflicts. Yeah, you can clear because that. Did you take a moderate consequence?
Me? Yeah, it was my right arm being broken.
Okay, you can downgrade it to a mild consequence.
Cool.
So it is a hurt arm, or arm in a sling.
Alrighty.
It'll take time to clear it outside of like you'd have to get a oh god, what the fuck do they call them? The healing item in Fallout.
Stim packs.
Stim packs, yeah. If you get a stim pack, you can fully heal it. But yeah, those items are the courier. There is a big shortage of stim packs after the courier went through the New Vegas region.
Yeah,
he was just hoovering those things up. He's just addicted to them. So you it's getting dark now. Do you want to continue on through the night, or do you want to find some place you can? I guess with your context rating, you could hole up somewhere in the outskirts of New Vegas with the Kings. As you found some respect for them, and you're dealing with a group that they don't want to, so they're like, okay, you may be on parole and we can't trust you, but you can stay in this. What kind of horrible ruin do you want to sleep in for the night?
Oh, it's absolutely an outhouse. The outhouse is the only place that's covered and warm in the cold desert night.
Oh god!
Oh, I was going to say the equivalent of what used to be a Waffle House. But I don't think that they have them that far west, so...
In the grim, dark, alternate future of Fallout New Vegas, they do.
We just find some lean-to made of corrugated metal and just, wood and shit, and just, that's where we hole up.
Okay. Yeah, it's something you've done many times before. Yeah. What is this scene as you two are betting as you're betting down for the night and R.O.B.O you're standing? I imagine you're standing watch, or yeah. What's the scene?
Standing watch. Sounds good. I have prepared a nutrient slurry for you.
Thank you. It
It should
keeps me
take
regular. Also stops me from touching myself. What'd you call this stuff? Kellogg's something or other?
It is a kill log, yes, but it is full of insects.
We're all full of bugs. We just don't know it yet.
We are obligated to refer to it as a nutrient slurry. Although, if you actually want to know what the ingredients are, I can list them.
I'm obligated to count all the stars in the sky. Watch me go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Counted that one already. Damn it. 6, 7.
Yeah. How many? What number do you get to before you fall asleep?
Oh, like 89.
All right. Dawn reaches Dawn wakes you up. The sun is greeting you. It was a pretty cold but uneventful night otherwise. And yeah, it's only a couple hours, walking to the car hops. What are you thinking of as a plan?
Let's see here. Under what scale would surveillance fall under?
Well, notice if you're at a great distance would work. Stealth if you want to get close enough to where you can eavesdrop on the patrolling guards and that kind of thing.
Okay, well, let's do a notice
or
first.
Investigate to figure out a safe path to get closer. I'd allow that too.
What's your investigate score, David?
4.
All right. Let R.O.B.O investigate the way forward as Moses parted the seas.
All right. Yeah. I will roll for that. That's a 3, which is good enough.
That makes
Yeah. So you notice that there has been signs of a recent fight. You can smell. You see spent bullet casing, which is very rare actually. There are a lot of scavengers that pick up spent brass. It's the fucking apocalypse, right? Scavenging's pretty fucking important. There's a scent of gunpowder in the air, cordite. There is, and you also do notice some traps that some landmines and tripwires that you can avoid. But you make your way closer to the drive-in theater. You can see several bodies of gangsters in leather jackets wearing roller skates. These must be some of the car hops. But they're dead in the middle of the drive-through theater parking lot. The main building, which has been fortified, or where they projected the films and where the snacks were sold, has been turned into the headquarters of the car hops. And you can see it's been boarded up. As you're looking around, you hear a gunshot come from the building. You see a gecko get blown apart. It seems they're pretty twitchy. But both of you can roll notice. David did quite well. R.O.B.O did quite well.
Let's see here. So that puts me at a solid 1.
Yeah.
I got a 5 with that.
Yeah.
I notice things well.
So there's only 2 shooters left. They're moving around, peeking. They have single shot like lever action rifles, and they're sort of going around. They're very twitchy. They've probably been up for a while. You're guessing that somebody hit them in the night, but was driven off before. Whoever it was, they took their dead with them. You only see dead car hops. But the car hops managed to drive them back for now, and so they're very ragged. They must be tired, paranoid, ready to shoot at anything they notice. They probably have enough jet and other stimulants to keep them up for days, but they're jittery. And with a 5 notice, a path you can take. There is a blind spot that between 2 of the windows that neither one will really see if you make a successful stealth approach. But it'll be an opposed check, obviously. But of course, you could yell at them from behind rocks and try to talk to them. But yeah, you think if the cargo is in there, it's in that building. That's the only building in the vicinity.
All right. Before we go any further, I absolutely scam me a pair of roller skates from one of these dead bodies here. All right. I have a feeling that the interior of this building is entirely designed for roller skates, and I'm not going to be stomping around like an idiot. Not any more than usual. Not any more than usual. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it's now athletics to do anything moving wise. They are. How does Skrewloose react to being on roller skates? Like how?
Oh damn! I didn't know I equipped him automatically. Man, you're a hard GM.
Oh no! Oh, okay. Yeah,
you said it. I put him on right away. I'm like the Doom character. I just eat every health pack I run across.
Yeah, I thought you were equipping them. Yeah, sorry.
No, I'm like tied them to my waist or something.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. Fair enough.
Tactically, it would make more sense for me to try to draw their fire and for you to circle around and perhaps try to infiltrate the building.
All right. Part of being a team is accepting other people's ideas, and by God, I accept this idea.
So here's the scene. R.O.B.O. Well, let's see here. First off, Skrewloose, you're getting into position, ready to sneak into the Car Hops headquarters, their hideout, which is a former projector building for a drive-in movie theater / fast food joint. I don't know how you call those things.
Establishment.
There we go. So you're hiding behind rocks, waiting for the distraction. So R.O.B.O, where are you? You're. I mean, like, what is your plan to distract the two gunmen, the two remaining car hops?
So I'm going to circle around to the part of the parking lot that is opposite the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to step out from behind this wrecked car directly into the sun to where all of the shiny chrome just reflects the sunlight directly towards them and say, hello!
Okay. So they open fire, weirdly enough. And let's see what the
greetings!
They have a +2, so they get a 2 on shooting. So you could roll physique to tank it, or you could roll athletics to dodge out of the way. What are you thinking? Physique?
I'm thinking physique.
All right.
Because I've actually got a physique of 2. Or actually, no, that's a 1. So I've got a physique of 1, but I don't have any athletics at all.
There we go. Okay, well, you rolled a -2, so or no, you rolled a -1. So with a -1 -1, so that's a 0. So you will take 2 stress as the bullets, rifle bullets, turn out they can't dent your armor. So you do have ablative armor, but fortunately your armor does protect you somewhat. And so stress will go at the end of the scene. So if you don't take any more, you're fine. But meanwhile, as the gunfire opens, Skrewloose, you want to try and sneak in. Go ahead and give me stealth.
Let's see here. Let's see. That's just going to be a 1 straight up, I believe.
That's all you needed. Their guns are very loud and they're very distracted. So you managed to get to the door. And give me a single burglary check to represent picking the lock and detecting any possible traps. Ooh,
hey, can I use my screwdriver in this one?
You can.
All right, that puts it at a solid 2.
So narrate what this looks like. There's a locked door. And then there's a tripwire trap right behind the door. So how does Skrewloose expertly deal with his lucky screwdriver?
Well, I assume that the kings booby trap places as well, and I assume that I just keep my eyes out for these sorts of tricks. So when as soon as I notice the door is locked, I take out my little screwdriver and wedge it open, and I just I make sure I get it open just enough, and I get my eye down there and. Let the fog clear, and I see the little wire there. And let's see here. Jeez, I don't have anything on me that cuts wires.
No, you can just step over it. Like it's just a single wire. Like it was.
Okay. I thought pushing the door into it would trip it off. Okay. Yeah. No, I just step over it then.
Yeah, the door opens to the outside, and the tripwire's inside the building. So.
Okay.
Yeah. You step over the wire. You're behind the two gunmen. Who are opening up on R.O.B.O out there. But you see it. You see the cargo crate. You can see Yeah, that you can tell that there's clearly a latch that they've worked on that they haven't quite been able to. No, that they have opened. It has been opened. Next to the crate, you see something you didn't expect.
What is it?
It's a kid, like 12, 13 years old, wearing kind of like monk type robes, and they've been tied up and gagged. And the kid kind of looks at you and goes, "Ugh."
I tell him to shut up, but in a nice way that does not upset a child.
Okay. The kid is still looking at you wide-eyed. What are you gonna do?
I'm going to try to sneak up on one of the gunmen and do him in with my shotgun.
Okay. Yeah, roll shoot. You get a +2 bonus on this.
Looks like I need that bonus. It's going to be a total of 1.
All right. Yeah, the one of them goes down. So R.O.B.O. Well, the other one turns and turns at you. So let's see here. R.O.B.O, you did have time to swap out, so you can make an academics check if you want to shoot now.
Yeah, might as well.
All right. He's behind cover, so you'll be at a -1. I'll roll for you because Dice Parser hates you for some reason. So that is pretty good. So that's a 4. Yeah, you're able to blast the guy pretty easily. And so both of the remaining car hops are down, and you're able to pull the gag off of the kid. Yeah, the kid looks at you, Skrewloose. It's like, "Thank you for rescuing me, sir. These ruffians have been ever so crass, and we're."
Do you know Brother Leibowitz?
Yes.
All right. This I expect that this was the cargo the entire time. Were you inside this crate?
Yes, it was rigged to keep me alive during the long journey. It is imperative I remain hidden, sir.
Okay. Does this crate still work? If I stuff you back in there, you can go back to sleeps?
No, I'm afraid it was all to conceal my presence. But now that these ruffians found out about me last night, and they started radioing other unknown factions trying to auction me off, sir.
Okay, well, R.O.B.O, we need to get the junior here out of here. Let's see here. Is there a golf cart nearby?
No, you came on foot, remember?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So... it may be very dangerous. We must well, it's also unfortunately, sir, I don't know if I can I seem to have been envenomated, sir.
Envenomated, that is to say that you were full of poison and slowly dying.
Yes. I'm not quite sure. They injected it with me they as an insurance policy, saying that they would I would not run away or try to run away.
R.O.B.O, use academics to unenvenomate child.
Yeah, you can roll. Academics.
Might as well. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
So you know that you cannot unenvenomate them without antivenom, which is a very specialized drug. You do know one place that has it, Jacobstown. Well, there's a couple places that have it. They have it in the heart of New Vegas, but Jacobstown is probably closer to where you are right now.
How mobile is this kid?
Oh, I feel fine, sir. Apparently, it will only kill me in a matter of a few. Sometime I'll be fine up until the point my heart explodes.
Okay, we're gonna motor all three of us to Jacobstown.
Well, to start with, before we go anywhere, let's ask one of these survivors that we shot.
Mm-hmm.
Where they keep their antivenom. Well, I probably didn't kill mine.
Okay.
Yeah,
find the not yet dead people.
We're planning to buy some antivenom after we got paid for the kid. We didn't, think this through too well, but it doesn't matter. Our buyers all betrayed us.
That's a very common story, especially where I come from. Everything seems like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, one of our buyers sent out some kind of, I don't know, but they started mowing us down last night. We're the only ones left. They're probably watching this right now. So I may be dying, but you're going to be following me real soon, buddy.
Okay, let's go to Jacobstown to get antivenom.
Yeah, that's when the radio crack in the hideout crackles on. It's like, "Hey there, strangers."
Oh boy.
Yeah.
A disembodied voice. What wisdom do you have to share with us?
You may think you're badass because you took out a couple of gangers, but I'm the real deal. You need to just walk away. Leave the child for me, and I'll let you live.
What is your name?
I'm Fragment Solo, the NCR's deadliest assassin.
You are not the NCR's deadliest assassin. The NCR's deadliest assassin was courier number 875.
That's a lie, and you know it.
I have detailed files on courier 875. You're not as good as you think you are.
All right, roll deceive.
You
or provoke.
You left 2 car hops alive. That does not sound like a successful assassin. That sounds like somebody who left loose ends.
Yeah, no, let's see, what's higher, provoke or deceive?
Actually, I got neither of them, so they're both a flat roll.
All right, it's a 0. He left. Well, step outside and you can see how you fare. All right, what do you want to do?
Let's take the kid to New Jacobstown.
Yeah, we'll just use him as a human shield.
Okay. We're not
going to use him as a human shield. We're going to put him between us.
Okay, who's stepping out first?
I will.
Okay.
I've got armor. I mean, it makes more sense for me to take the hit. If there is a hit to be taken.
There is. He did roll shittily, but I get my own fate points. I'm going to re-roll that. Do a -1. All right. So that is going to be, normally gets a +6, -1, so a 5 stress. So you can roll physique. And you get very low on that.
I'm going to use one of my own fate points to either reduce that by a 2, or reduce his roll by 2, or add 2 to mine.
You can add 2 to yours. You're an experimental robot, and you're pretty tanky. So you only take 3 stress. So you have 1 left, and for this scene. And an armor-piercing sniper bolt smashes into your chassis, tearing off armor plating, forcing you back inside. Well, I mean, you can try and make a run for cover, but Fragment Solo does have a bead on the door out, and the kid is like, "Please, I don't want anyone else to die for me. So many have died already."
Robots can't die.
Oh.
Hey, Sniper, this kid thinks a robot can die.
Oh, that's very funny. I agree.
All
right.
Dagger out. Yeah, I'm just going to grab car, flip car on side. It's like, there, we've got more cover.
Okay, so you're running out to make more cover. Okay, you can roll physique to move some, drag some car scrap to use as cover. So you get some cover. So you're pinned outside as a bullet slams into the car wreckage that you're hiding behind. The situation is Skrewloose and the child are in the hideout, and R.O.B.O is outside behind a wreck of a car. There is a sniper somewhere in the vicinity that is watching you. So you're going to have to evade him or run somehow. So the child says, "Sir, I can be. Perhaps I. Well, wait. There are chemicals here, sir. I could make a smoke bomb if that would help."
Yes, do this.
Okay. So the child starts working and using the various chemicals and stems in here to brew something in a Nuka-Cola bottle. Child, very smart to know all this advanced chemistry and shit ahead of time, or
yes, it's very endearing to me.
Here you go, sir. You can throw it and it'll create a very large cloud of thick black smoke. Would this be helpful enough to us?
Yes, it is through this cumulonimbus we will make our escape.
Okay. So Skrewloose, you can throw it to provide cover to get you closer to where R.O.B.O is, and the 3 of you can then make another check to try and outrange the sniper.
Is throw going to be like a shoot check?
Athletics would work.
Athletics, that makes way more sense. All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's gonna be 6 total.
Damn. All right. So you hook that, and you realize it's probably really good just to throw it on where you think the sniper is to create a big thick screen. So the sniper, so Fragment has to reposition himself in order to take a shot at you, and so you huck that. It creates a very large cloud of smoke, and the two of you run up to reconvene with R.O.B.O. So as you realize you have to carry the child. He's a very puny child. He's very much a nerd. He's not good at running.
I kind of feel like at this point, it's like, well, is there one of these vehicles that can be quickly coaxed into life for at least a mile or two?
If you spend a fate point, there could be a vehicle that you could try to hotwire. Yeah.
Yes, I will spend that fate point.
Okay, give me let's see here. That would be academics. In fact, you can make a stunt robo hands, having mechanical hands that give you a +2 to academics checks to fix old machines.
We'll take that stunt, yes.
All right. So you got robo hands, robo tool hands. All right. +2 academics. Fix or sabotage old tech. So you you can make that roll, or you'll you'll need that. So you get a +2 because you have robo hands, -3, which is enough. Who's driving? Oh, you know what? The kid can drive. The kid knows how to drive. The kid does know technology.
He's too weak to walk, but he's good to drive.
Yeah, just has
that's
to push
fine.
down on the pedals. Yeah.
Yeah, like an alcoholic. I understand. Okay.
So the kid takes kicks the car into first gear, and you take off. A bullet slams into the trunk of the car, but the sniper is on foot. He does not have a vehicle to pursue you. So you two are roaring down the highway on the way to Jacobstown. Do you want to have a little talk with the kid or each other?
Let's see. So I asked the kid if he's good at gambling.
Oh yes, sir. I'm quite skilled in all intellectual arts, and the Brotherhood believes that God plays dice with the universe, so that luck is proof of holy blessing. So you'll know if a day is good if you win your first gamble of the day.
All right. You ever hear of this sort of faith, R.O.B.O?
This is news to me.
All right, you taught a man and a robot something new today, kid.
Quite
Give yourself
interesting.
a sticker.
Excellent. I look forward to hopefully I can teach. It is my goal to teach many people many things. I want to share with the world with the knowledge I have learned.
Share and share alike is a phrase I've heard once or twice. I'm not even quite sure what it means. Probably applies here. Anyways, Jacobstown.
Yes. Tell me, sir, what kind of person are you? Are you to risk your life so?
I am. Let's see here. I wasn't a gang, much like the gang that had stolen you. But don't worry, I've given up the life. I'm trying very hard, anyways. And I want to prove that it's never too late to turn your life around. So I'm trying to do good. So I'm with the police in there in New Vegas, and this robot is my police officer. I mean, a parole officer, and he keeps me on the straight and narrow. And I think you'll hit a point in your life. I think most people hit a point in their life where they realize there are things bigger than themselves, and they can decide to dedicate themselves to that, or fade away.
Oh, I see. That sounds like you're on the path of redemption. Very good, sir. I'm glad to hear you've given up the life of violent crime.
You wouldn't know it by today, would you?
Well, you were coming to reclaim. You thought it was stolen property. I imagine you were here to reclaim the container. Or were you trying to steal it for yourself?
No, now that I know there's a human life involved here, my perspective has changed.
Oh. Very, very good, sir.
Yes. I am human after all, it turns out.
So you drive on. Eventually you get to the ski resort, which is now Jacobstown, a community of super mutants that have forsaken their old ways and are just trying to, live peaceful lives to themselves. But they're led by a very wise and intelligent super mutant named Marcus, who has, made a name for himself, or they trade medicines that they make, for caps, and the supplies they can't, get themselves. But as you're approaching, Skrewloose, have you been here before? Have you had dealings with the super mutants?
No, this is going to be a new experience for me.
Okay. Yeah, you roll contacts to see if you know the protocols of how to approach safely.
What am I rolling again? What stat?
Contacts.
Contacts. Oh, okay, that's going to be 5 total.
Yeah. You've heard enough stories about this place. That's how you knew about it. And, that this is, out of the way, and certainly a place where you can get medicine like anti-venom, and the how to I'm here, to go in with your hands up and very slowly and cautiously introduce yourself to the guards. Big super mutants with big ass guns. You don't want to make any sudden movements. So you talk to them for a bit, and you want to peacefully trade, and so they radio in and wait back, and the Marcus gives the okay, and you're allowed in. So it's a pretty verdant area that's actually, they've spent a lot of time, trying to repair the damage of the war, and so there's a lot of greenery. There's wild animals in the distance. You can see you come to this massive wooden building that's been repaired multiple times over the years. And you're allowed to come in to see, Marcus, the leader. He is. I see. So Marcus says, "Well, of course I will help a kid. But do you know who this kid is?"
He was wanted very heavily by a faction known as the Holy Rollers. Might be some kind of savior.
Yeah. I've heard rumors about this. Some children are being, are so mutated they look human, but they're born with unusual abilities. This kid is just born with the mind, with a level of hyper intelligence is the only way I can put it. He's able to understand pre-war technology on an intuitive level. In the wrong hands, he could reinvigorate the Enclave or any number of hostile factions. He's worth a fortune to just about anybody, any faction with plans to rebuild, or and Charles, yes, I don't want to do that. I want to build peaceful things and help people. We heard word that there was a group of people at Vault X on the West Coast that are peaceful, and I want to go there and see if I can help them, and if they can help me. If I can live a life of peaceful rebuilding of the world. Marcus says, I'll help the kid. This will take some time. You two can get some rest. So yeah, you two have some time to kill at the super mutant lodge, Jacobstown. Robo, what are you, or are you just Skrewloose, what are you doing?
Let's see here. I'm trying very hard not to enter any dens of inequities or bars.
Oh yeah, they do have a bar. They definitely have a bar, and they also, you can tell there's some people that are dealing chems. You can just see the signs. There's a lot of super mutants that use. They need high doses to get anything to work with them. You can restore all your stress there, Robo. As you do that, actually, Skrewloose, as you're there, a human. There are some humans there too. And a lab coat comes up to you. He's like, "Hey,
yes, hello.
It's a nice robot with you. Can we talk away from the robot?"
No. What you have to say about him, you can say in front of me and him.
Okay. Well, how much for the robot?
No, I don't own him. I don't. He owns me anyway. He's my parole officer. He's here to make sure I don't have too much fun.
Oh, you're the robot parole officer, the pilot program. Yeah, I keep track of all that stuff. It's kind of my thing. I love robots. I love building them. I love dismantling them. I love poking around on their insides and rewiring them, and just neat.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and I heard about the robot parole officer. They're so stretched for people that they're using robots for stuff like that. That's interesting. It's fascinating. Look, I'll pay you a lot of caps. I could pay you in Kim's directly too. I've got a great hookup.
No, this man, no robot. Remember, I must. No, he's neither man nor robot. He has, in the short time I've worked with him, become my friend. And I could never betray him, let alone sell him. It's a weird form of slavery now I'm thinking about it. I'm getting uncomfortable.
Okay. Well, this is disappointing to me, and you made a big mistake, buddy. You'll regret that.
I might, but I might not.
All right. He stomps off. Yeah, R.O.B.O, are you doing anything in particular?
Other than just replacing bad armor part with salvaged other armor part.
Mm-hmm.
That was magnanimous of you, Skrewloose.
Yes, well, also, it's not going to look good for me if I try to sell police property when I'm on the little work program for, breaking the law in the first place. I can see the future. I can look beyond the next 30 minutes. It's refreshing, really.
It would mean that you would not be able to return to New Vegas, but you could have a new life here, in Chemtown.
I don't want to run. I want to get back to normal as much as I can. I don't want to pretend I'm freaking Elvis. I don't want to be poked up on drugs. I just, I can have a bigger life than that.
Yeah. You two talk, and
you do realize what this is. That is growth, my friend.
Yep. I did it.
What was the turning point for you, Skrewloose? What made you realize you had to change?
Well, I got arrested trying to smuggle literally a ton of chems across the desert, across NCR territory.
Okay.
I literally thought I was, impervious, as I had been much in my youth.
All right. Yeah. You flash back to that. You're in the desert, handcuffed, being, pulled along, having to march after the New Vegas Rangers, essentially. The far-ranging patrols that caught you out in the desert with a big stash of chems and a pass into the city, which is, big no-no.
Yep.
And time passes, and the Marcus comes to get the two of you, and he says, the kid is fine. He'll be waking up shortly, but we have a problem.
What is the problem?
There's a group of coming up to Jacobstown. They've been spotted. It's the Ghoul fellas. They're a outfit of shooters.
I'm sorry, I just got it. Okay.
Yeah. The Ghoul fellas are used by the three families in New Vegas for dirty jobs that they don't want to touch. They're mercenaries. They dress like gangsters, but they're ruthless shooters. They're technically neutral to us, but they're coming up armed, and I'm not going to let them in while they're heavily armed. I think they're going to try and shoot their way in.
Yeah, they always say, "Bada bing, bada ghoul."
Is there a rear entrance?
There is. You'll have to go on foot, and you'll have to do some climbing. I don't know. You'll have to carry the kid up some of those, rock faces. I can give you some climbing gear, but that's about it. I think they're after the kids, so they're not going to make a frontal assault on us. We're too fortified here, but they're definitely going to be looking for you.
All right, fashion this robot a papoose so you can carry the child up the mountain.
Well, you meet the kid again. Well, the kid is like, I feel so much better now that I'm not going to have my heart explode in a few days. It
is a proper feeling, not having heart explode.
Ah, yes, thank you. You're so helpful, R.O.B.O. Hello, Skrewloose. How are you feeling now?
I'm getting better day by day.
That's good. You seem troubled, though.
Yeah. My mortality suddenly weighs heavily upon me. And I try best to push to the fringes of my mind so we can focus on the task at hand, which is that we're under freaking attack.
Oh, no, yeah. That's when you hear in the distance gunfire, bursts of machine guns, out at the front gate, which is, probably a mile or so away. There's some kind of skirmish going on between the Ghoul fellas and the super mutant guards. So, yeah, the Marcus tells you you should get going unless you want to stay here for a siege.
We make tracks.
You can both roll athletics. I'll roll for you, David.
That's going to be a 4 for me.
Damn. And let's see, you got a +2 on your roll. And that's a +2. because you don't
Plus
have any
two.
headphones. Yep, you're not quite as agile. So you're making progress, getting up the hills. You no longer hear the gunfire. It is, that took you through the night. It's now another day. The sun is rising. Let's see, who's climbing up first, Skrewloose or R.O.B.O?
Let's see here. I guess since I have a higher athletic score, it's going to be me.
Okay. So you climb to the top of this cliff. And then you can just walk along the top of this like hill. It's not a mountain. It's a pretty steep hill though. For miles and to get back to the main road, and that'll lead you back to New Vegas. But as you're getting up there, dawn, the sun is just cresting over the horizon. It's a beautiful view of the rugged terrain of this region. You can see the hills, the trees, the forests, see birds in the distance. It's a beautiful, blue dawn, and the rosy fingers of the sun are just giving this beautiful color to the look. And then you can see a man standing on the cliff, probably about 30 feet away from you, sort of watching the dawn. He has a big ass sword and Legionnaire's armor. And he looks very stoic and rugged. And he says, "Just give me the child and you don't have to die. I respect your bravery, but I am the Silent Legionnaire. I have been chosen by the Kaiser to retrieve the child. It is my duty." So if you can think of like a weeaboo, like, but instead of like ancient Japan, it's, Rome, that's the Silent Legionnaire.
Does he have a gun?
He
Or
does
just
have
a
a
sword?
gun. He has a gun too. But he is also within 30 feet of you. So he's letting you get to the top, Skrewloose, but this is before R.O.B.O and the kid are on the cliffside.
All right, I rip off my right arm sleeve and I bear the tattoo of my dearly departed mother, and I immediately go into story mode. All right, so I just lay it down on this guy, and I keep jabbing my finger into this, detailed and tragic tattoo, and I just say, okay, listen, all right, I'm not going to let you take this kid, all right, because you know what? My mother had her kid taken from her. That's right. I got taken by ghouls when I was a little kid, and you know what they told me? They told me they needed me. And they told her that they needed me, and we fought as well as we could, and they ate her alive in front of me. They ate her right the front damn alive in front of me, and you know what? No kid needs to see this kind of thing. No kid needs to get jerked around like he already has so much. All right, some of the adults keep grabbing him. He doesn't understand what's going on, and it's and I'm not gonna have it. It's not gonna you're not gonna freaking just turn around, leave us alone, please.
Okay. Roll rapport with that. And you can re-roll that.
That'll be
again.
a 3.
You can re-roll that again, and choose the higher of the two. So yeah.
So 3 is my highest.
Yeah. He is stunned by this story. He respects your bravery. You tell him, you stare him in the eyes, and tell him in a manly voice that your tragic backstory, and he's like, "I too was abandoned as a child. I was an orphan, and I swore vengeance on those who killed my parents." And
You're better than a ghoul, aren't you?
yes, I am better
To
than a
me,
ghoul.
leave.
All right, I will face the ghoul fellows first and cut them down. I will see you in New Vegas, and there will be no quarter drawn. So yeah, he is going to spare you this time, in order to so you can have a big climactic. Well, he thinks he'll be having a big duel with you, back in New Vegas, but he jumps from the cliff and barrels down, and pulls out 2 pistols and starts dual shooting at the ghoul fellas who are driving up at the bottom of the cliff.
All right, awesome.
It's an incredible action scene of gun ballet, and doves are flying everywhere. But you two, all 3 of you, are running away from that. So you just hear it in the distance. You hear Marcus, "Oh my God, that was so incredible! That jump through the window with the shooting, and oh my God!"
That seems like a lot. Let's go.
Yeah. Amazing fight scene happens off screen. Yeah, all of you keep running, and running and running. Minutes turn into hours of just pushing yourself to go as fast as possible to get away from all the people that are trying to get the kid. And as you do that, R.O.B.O, do you want a fate point?
I kind of do, but what would I have to do to earn it?
Do you want a fate point or not? I am going to be invoking pilot program. Someone is going to be doing some unauthorized access to you to send them to talk. It won't be anything to disable. It'll be someone will be temporarily hijacking you so they can talk to Skrewloose.
Fair. I'll take that one.
Okay. You get a fate point, and Skrewloose, R.O.B.O, you hear a chink, a little clicking sound coming from R.O.B.O, and then you hear a radio, voice of who's the guy with the well, aside from the courier, the person with the cushiest job in New Vegas is the manager of the Tops Casino. What's their name?
Pleasance Perkins.
Ooh. Tell me about Pleasance a little bit.
Pleasance is a incredibly stern, powerful woman. Absolutely made her way to the top by being tougher than everybody else, and is very confident in her abilities, certainly to work underneath the courier.
All right, yeah. And you've talked to her several times. You know her. You know her voice. And she's
Plezzy.
Yeah, Plezzy. Hi, Skrewloose. It's Plezzy.
Mrs. Perkins, I didn't know you could talk to robots.
Oh, well, a few caps here and there, you can get access to any kinds of things. Like, this experimental robot has all kinds of features it doesn't know about. Like,
I'm starting to feel like I'm reaching the end of my job.
No, it could be the beginning of your job.
Oh.
Yeah. I understand that your job is to return the stolen cargo to its owners. And I respect that. I really do. The fact that you haven't lost it yet, despite everyone gunning for you, and I mean everyone. I have really underestimated you, Skrewloose. Just hats off to you. Really. Good job on living this long I assume the kid is there with you.
Yeah. He's unpoisoned. He's good to go.
See, unpoisoned. You just going above and beyond. I had no idea you had such potential. I would have hired you as my security manager. Head of security for the Tops Casino, the cushiest gig in all of New Vegas. All the power, very little of the responsibility, because the Securitrons do all the security. You're just there to be someone I can trust. There's one way you can earn my trust.
By violating the trust of the New Vegas police, who the courier oversees, certainly.
Oh, don't worry about that. I mean, the courier is the one person who doesn't know about this. And I made sure the courier doesn't know about this. And if you bring the kid to the Tops Casino, then, I don't even think I think we'll keep the kid around. I think the kid could be very useful in upgrading the strip security, maybe wiggling control out of all those Securitrons out of the courier's hands. There could be the potential is unlimited. We could be doing a lot of good too. We could fix that irrigation problem for all those poor farmers. The kid is a genius, I hear. What do you say?
No, it's just patently evil. For God's sakes, Pleasance, I never saw this side of you.
I run a casino, Skrewloose. How do you think I do that? Harsh language? You have to grow up.
I am growing, and I'm growing in the right direction. I'm going to complete my job. That's what they expected me to do. I'm working for the cops. That's who I am now.
Well, I expect you to stay silent on this. If you don't be a tattletale to anyone, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Good luck. You'll need it.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right.
All right. I slap R.O.B.O in the back of the head. Like, all right, we good now? Come on.
Yeah. R.O.B.O, you kind of blacked out for a little bit.
Interesting. My log has precisely 3 minutes of blank space.
You know what? You could use your imagination to fill in that blank space. But do it quietly and don't tell me.
Both of you could get a fate point if the Mad Scientist rolls up on you looking for R.O.B.O. In some kind of vehicle. I'll let you even describe what vehicle he's in.
Yeah.
Could be a hover car.
Yeah. One of the many hover cars you see abandoned across the Mojave.
Well, I mean, it's a custom job. He's a mad scientist. He's got a ride in style. And he's got his own robot.
Oh man, he doesn't need us anymore then. Okay.
Oh no, he wants more robots. That's the problem.
Okay,
So,
I thought he came by to show off his new girlfriend and be like, see, I'm doing better without you. I don't need you.
oh no. This is like, do you want to fight him and take his car? Or do you want to walk all the way back to New Vegas?
Oh man. Dave, I would ask you to make the call here, but you're the cops. Of course you won't fucking rob a person of their car.
Well, it would be a kind of a self-defense thing, because,
It kind of feels like it would be a self-defense thing. All we gotta do is take out the scientist, and then we're commandeering his vehicle. It's like stealing, but copy.
Okay. If you can square it with the law, then I will follow R.O.B.O's lead.
All right, so R.O.B.O, you see this in the distance, this hover car approaching. You heard the conversation. You know that scientist is coming to get you. He has a big modified, not Scaretron, the other type of robot that's very common in Fallout, the other humanoid one. I can't remember. Fallout robot. Anyways, he is a coming. You have time to get him. Let's see here. We'll say, Protectotron.
Protectotron?
Yep. They're pretty crappy looking robots. They're very widespread. Just a regular guy. Here, I'll put an image of one. So that's in the shotgun seat with a human in a lab coat in the front seat. It's a convertible hover car, very land speeder vibes. But yeah, they're coming right at you. Now you can activate your program in time to just start blasting immediately, or you can, if you want to try some other way to deal with this guy coming to turn you into spare parts. What's your move, R.O.B.O?
Well, I think that we should probably fight it out. What do you think?
I think that's the play here. All right, let's begin.
Okay. In that case, you just start. All right. So anyway, I started blasting. R.O.B.O. All right. So you blast with your eye lasers or your laser cannon arm. Sorry. With a
got eye lasers. This is new.
All right. Yeah, sure. They're eye lasers too. So you blast with a 3. And let's see here. Skrewloose.
It feels like somebody got all up in my programming and opened up a couple of different things I didn't realize I had.
Let's see here. Neat. So he is also he's going to get a 2 on his defense, so he'll take 1 stress from this. Skrewloose, you can also roll.
All right.
To shoot.
That's going to be a 1 + 1 is 2 total.
Okay. Well, he got a 2, so that will absorb it because he starts swerving and dodging with the hover car. It's a very agile vehicle. It can dodge. So unless you spend a fate point, you won't do any stress to him. But the Protectotron jumps out this round and starts returning fire at. Actually, no, it's going to return fire at Skrewloose because Skrewloose is expendable. So that will be a 2. He has a +3 in his skill. So you can make an athletics check there, Skrewloose, to dodge out of the way.
That's going to be a 2 total.
All right. So your 2 blocks their 2. So basically in the first round of combat, the hover car approaches. What are you blasting at, by the way? You're blasting the scientist?
Yeah. I'm just going for the kill shot on this guy.
Okay. So you both blast at the scientist. R.O.B.O wings him. And then the Protectotron jumps out of the vehicle and starts blasting at you, Skrewloose, and you dodge out of the way. So a new round. The scientist is going to stop and turns on a weird device to try and hack you, R.O.B.O. So if you can roll, this will be an opposed academics check, and you both have a +3. So you get a +3, and then he gets a 2. So you beat that. So you inflict more stress to the scientist because physical and mental stress are the same for NPCs. He's increasingly frustrated that he cannot hack you. But the Protectortron is blasting at you, Skrewloose. So
Yikes.
yeah, he gets a 4 on his attack roll, so you can roll athletics.
Ooh, that's going to be a 3 versus
All
4.
right.
I still get whacked.
Well, for 1 stress, and this is a new scene, so you have 2 left.
Okay.
So you get winged as his lasers scorch your arm. The kid jumps behind a rock and says, "What should I do, sir?"
Let's just stay hidden. Stay down. Unless you have some sort of like a tool I could use to improve our situation.
That gives me an idea.
Yes,
I know
sir.
what my role is.
Here he throws you a little device. If you put this on the back of the machine of the robot, it should disable it.
All right. Do I have to like attach it, or can I just like whip it really good at him?
You can try to whip it really good. You have to get to his back, so it would be a more difficult athletics check. Because you're in front of him right now.
I can move behind.
Yeah, new round. The scientist is going to hack again. Well, what do you want to do first, actually, Robo?
Well, I was going to move behind the killbot. And since I've got robot hands that give me a +2 to repair or sabotage old technology, I'm just going to remove that backplate.
Well, well, if you focus on that, you'll give up your full defense against the hacking. So you won't be able to. So I will say defending against the hacking that the scientist is trying to do with his little radio, wireless device is a full action. So you can either try and counter hack the scientist, or you can try and do what you just described. So,
okay. Can I move myself into position as a partial action and still be able to defend next round? Because basically, if I position myself to where I can volleyball slap that thing on.
Well, Skrewloose has the device. You don't.
I know.
Okay.
But I'm basically positioning myself so that I can assist Skrewloose in attaching device next round.
Okay, yeah, you can move for free so that you'll be in a better position to help Skrewloose next round. You can start trying to distract the robot to have it face you, so Skrewloose can get to its back easier. So that's pretty easy to do. So yeah, you can give Skrewloose a better angle to run up and slap the thing on its back. But let's do the hacking. See how well. So your roll is going to be 6. Jeez, and his is going to be a 5. So yeah, you are winning against the scientist. You're inflicting a lot of stress on him as his machine starts smoking. 1 more point and you'll win the contest. So that's very good. Now, Skrewloose, if you give me an athletics check.
Right up.
Yeah. The Robo has moved in front of the Protectortron, and
that's pretty good. That's a 7 total.
Yeah, damn. With that you get basically a critical hit. In previous editions of Fate, it would be called spin. I don't know if they still have spin in this. Let's see. Nope. But whatever, yeah, it's really fucking good. You slap that on there, the robot shuts down. Does not blast at you this round. You realize it's just a really powerful magnet that the kid had, and it fucks up the computer inside the robot. So let's do 1 more hacking and see if the scientist is able to. Let's see here. That was yours. Another 3, and you're tied. So no one makes any progress.
We'll spend a fate point.
Oh yeah. All right. In that case, yeah, the device blows up and knocks the scientist out. As you were a better hacker than the scientist, and you overload the little device he had, and it blows up in his face, knocking him down.
So I'm gonna get real close to him, and just carefully level the blaster. Say, for the record, just so you understand, I am not 3 laws compliant.
Okay. He's kind of like,
You should run.
Well, he is knocked out right now. He is moaning and like, he's not going to be doing much of anything for a bit. You can grab the hover car and get the fuck out of town pretty easy, or get the fuck out of this area, pretty easily. The kid is
might as well.
Kid jumps into the hover car, driver's seat, and the 3 of you speed off. And as you were racing there, You let's see here. You know where the is the kid. Oh, look, there's a there's a radio system in here. Excellent. I can contact the brother Leibowitz. Brother
You should.
Leibowitz. Yeah, Kaza. Oh, my child, you're alive. Thank goodness. The kids. Oh yes, these protagonists, these heroes, have found me in their quest. This Skrewloose and R.O.B.O. They're quite valiant. Oh, excellent. We have realized that we cannot continue the journey on foot. However, the brothers and I have assembled our resources. We built a flying machine. I call it the Birch Perch. This rail yard used to be an airport. There's an airfield. There's a landing air. If you can get to the airport in time, we can take off at any time. I'll prepare the plane now. So all of you are coming in hot. Is there anything? So as you're driving on the way to the airport, are you talking about anything?
Boy, I've come to respect you more as a companion, and as possibly even my better half in some ways.
Did you find
you have been extremely successful in upholding the terms of your parole? I could not be prouder.
Excellent. We both have grown on this trip.
So the two of you see. Yeah, do you find if you want to spend a fate point, you could find something useful in the backseat of the hover car that a mad scientist or have. If you want to gain a fate point, there could be something dangerous in the backseat of the hover car.
I'm gonna spend one.
Okay, what do you want? Like in general, like what kind of thing? A weapon, a utility device, or a defensive device?
I feel like defensive device would be probably a good call.
Okay. You find a force field projector. It'll block one. You can set it up and block all attacks for 1 round. If you want to do it for more, you'll have to. You can spend mental or physical stress to turn it on for more rounds. It'll be like 1, then 2, then 4 points of stress, and so on. R.O.B.O, because you can transfer your battery power into it, but that hurts you. But you get 1 round for free, and that'll stop all attacks. And you're going to need that. Both of you can give me notice checks.
Yes, I will. And that's at a +3 for me.
Geez, yeah, another 6 for fucking R.O.B.O. He is very observant. The robot is very observant, folks.
Neato.
Yeah, he notices. Oh God, everyone went to the airport. Everyone's here. There's already a gunfight going on as there's some unseen sniper, sniping New Vegas Securitrons and personnel. The Silent Legion is cutting down other foes, and the Ghoul fellows, there's a lot of them, are shooting up the joint. They're all after the kid. So it's going to be a gauntlet. All 3 of them are between you and the Birch Perch. Yeah, basically, even if you get in the plane, they're going to shoot it down before you can get out or board the plane. So you have to do something to deal with each of these 3 hostiles. Now, the force field you can use for one of them, obviously, but to be like, aha, we could simply block all your attacks. But the other 2 are not attacking at the same time. Or they'll attack the plane, or they'll run up and try and grapple you. So, you're coming in on the hover car. You have a lot of mobility. Let's see here. You could try and ask the kid to ram like the Silent Legionnaire with the the hover car, which of course would destroy it. But you could jump out dramatically. I'm just
do that one. Yes.
Okay. All right. So please. How do you tell the child, the mutant child, to go please ram the man with the sword with the hover car?
I want you to think of the nastiest, most awful math problem you ever had to solve in your life. Now I want you to imagine that it grew legs and put on a bunch of armor. Now I want to tell you the truth. That math problem is real, and it's that person over there.
How dare you, P equals NP? I still haven't solved you, you son of a bitch.
Yes. Feed into your insecurity.
All right, yeah. So how, let's see, you could use athletics to jump out at just the right time.
He does this.
All right, give me athletics.
All right, that's a total of 4.
All right, that's good. Yeah, Robo, you could have jumped out earlier if you wanted to deal with the ghoul fellows or fragment solo.
Fragment solo.
All right.
Like, I'm planning to just spear him. You know what I mean? Like, dive off at just the right angle. Just clamps first.
All right, that's fighting or physique.
Fighting.
I'll give you +2 because you're jumping off a hover car. All right. So you get a 3. He is going to he is very noticeable of these things. So he gets a. Let's see. You got a what'd you get? You rolled a 1, and I gave you. Let's see. You have +1 in fight or +2 in fighting. So you have 3, and then so you get a 5. Now he has a +3 in athletics. So yeah, you hit him. You slam into him. As he's sniping on there, he's wearing night vision goggles, even though it's daytime. He's wearing a cat suit. He is very grizzled. Post-apocalyptic Splinter Cell, really, a Tom Clancy kind of figure. He is very hardcore and normally stealthily, but he's causing a lot of problems. So you two are squaring off. Skrewloose and the kid, the birch perch is starting up. Skrewloose, you could just run to the plane and throw the kid in there.
Yes.
Use the force field to block the attacks of the ghoul fellas.
I will do this.
All right.
Athletics check.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a 4 total.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, describe it. You're running on the tarmac, carrying the kid. The force field turns on, blocking all the Tommy gun fire from the ghoul fellas. And yeah, see, rattle him, boys.
Yeah.
I
just got Junior under one hand. He's on my hip, and I'm just chugging like it's a Super Bowl, except the football's now a giant kid.
Yeah. A regular sized kid, but yeah. All right. So brother Leibowitz is at the back of the plane. It's like a big cargo plane. It's picking up speed. You toss to the kid. Brother Leibowitz grabs on, hauls
toss the baby.
You toss the baby. And what do you say yell to the kid before they take off?
Have a nice life.
I will. I'll never forget you, Skrewloose. The ghoul fellows kind of stop as they see their paycheck is going in the air, and even if they shoot the plane down, a dead kid's not worth nothing. Yeah, we'll see you again. Yeah, you damn. Yeah, man. They drive off in their there's like 6 of them hanging off this old gangster car.
Damn, I demoralized them too. I did a pretty good job.
No, we're mercenaries. So, the army of Securitrons is coming to reinforce the position. So, back on the elsewhere on the airport, Robo, you're squaring off against Fragment Solo, and Fragment Solo sees the plane. He's like, huh, "You may have won this round, but the NCR will be back. We're the real. We'll always be back." He turns to disappear into the shadows.
This would be the spot where you throw the cliche smoke bomb and try to run away.
There's already a smoke bomb. So, the two of you are heroes of the day, or yes, man. Takes over one of the nearby Securitrons. It's like, good job. We have been received a massive amount of caps from the Holy Rollers. They are very happy that you have rescued a very important person to them. Is there anything else you want to report, Skrewloose?
Let me see here. Only that I kept my nose clean the entire time, and my buddy here, Robo, can attest to it.
So, out of character, you're not going to mention Plezzy's offer of betraying the current government?
No, because I got enough trouble, and I don't need to be looking over my shoulder waiting for this woman to get revenge on me for something.
Okay. All right. So, there was an odd malfunction of Robo for a few minutes. Do you know what that was?
Yes, Pleasance contacted me.
Oh, what did she say?
She was just checking on me, making sure I was making it home okay.
Huh. I did not know. We will have to patch that security hole. We did not realize unauthorized personnel could do that. She's not authorized.
No kidding. Well, I have to tell you, it is a real morale boost.
But she didn't. That's all she did that for. She didn't say anything else.
She just checking in on me.
Well, you did save the day. So what kind of reward do you want? Do you want a private room? Do you want a? We could rescind your. In fact, we could consider this the end of your parole if you want to be made head of security for the rail yard.
Yes, end my parole immediately.
Very well. Do you want the job?
Yes.
Very well. You'll be a free man. R.O.B.O will be reassigned.
Yes, and I'll have a regular job with no scary stuff on the side.
Excellent. We're glad you finally accepted your place in society.
Yep, feels pretty good, I gotta tell you.
All right, well...
For once, I'm not fucking scared.
And in terms of R.O.B.O, you will be mass-producing more of you. This was a resounding success. Obviously, the guidance of a robot parole officer helps a lot of these parolees. So we'll be signing them all partners.
Query, this did not seem like a standard mission. Are all paroles going to be the same?
Well, we'll find out. But the courier is very impressed with your after action report and the telemetry you've been sending back home. So we're going to make more of it and assign more of them out here as partners. So you'll be seeing a lot of siblings out here. But say goodbye to Skrewloose. You'll have more work to do elsewhere.
Goodbye, Skrewloose.
Fairly well, R.O.B.O.
This was a pleasant interaction.
Yes, I am a better person because of you.
Oh, yes, man. Oh, wait, no, I've received new message from the courier. You actually, R.O.B.O, are assigned to be his permanent assistant. We'll just be making more R.O.B.Os for the other parolees. So you two are going to be working together from for forever now.
All right, I'll give me a moment to manufacture enthusiasm. Do you have any chems?
Well, there's you see a guy in the distance holding up a bag of carrots.
All right, and since I'm off parole, I can juice myself as much as I want.
Yay!
Hey, all right. It's a happy ending after all.
Yep. Should rename this area Radioactive Carrots.
Yeah.
Getting Bugs Bunnied. So yeah, that's Fallout New Vegas, the buddy cop movie. Questions, comments? I want to give Chris kudos for your stunt descriptions for listeners at home. I have a tattoo on my right forearm of my dearly departed mother, and the story of her tragic death moves me to tears. And any who hear it, when I fail to receive empathy, rapport, or provoke check while we lost one NPC, I can re-roll that check after I tell that story. It's so upsetting that I'm only able to handle it once per game session. I thought that was great.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
And R.O.B.O, of course, I love your name. Recidivism, optimism, Borg organism is very good.
I feel like it was a little bit strained, but I could have done better. It works for now.
Yeah, it worked for. It also worked for Fallout. Like Fallout is
You just combine the last two words. It's Borganism.
Borganism. Oh, it's so good. So, yep. Any other questions or comments about this?
Yeah, it was fun. I wasn't expecting to, be like, "Hey, we're gonna go play in New Vegas land." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Yeah.
So I was able to bring. I had to kind of dig deep for memories of New Vegas. It's been a while since I played it, but this was, it was fun to play in this scenario. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to do a 2-person game that the buddy cop thing, and really focus on the role playing. So I think I'll probably try this a couple more times in other genres or in other settings at least. Yeah, I just saw Fallout in something about Fallout New Vegas recently, so I was like, that's a fun game series, and yeah, just a silly thing, So
it may be silly, but it was fun. I enjoyed every minute of this. It was it was good.
I thought it was funny too, and cool. Well, I did have one more encounter I could have thrown at you, but just a random encounter of disco mutants. Kept in a vault with experimental electronic music and groovy cannibals. And...
Sorry, dude. I can't. I was really committed to the bit of me not falling off the wagon.
No, that was fine. You got fate points for it. You spent for it. It worked. It was enough for me. So, cool. Well, thank you all for listening. And we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.